be talking about finance and technology and the sort of blend that we're seeing and have been seeing for years, and what that means for us as investors, and how we not only invest our money, but how we build relationships both professionally and personally. So I'm really grateful to have Assad, who's taking a picture of me right now. Do you want me to do anything? He works for a company called PPI, and many of you know my story. I had to figure out how to start my own company, and PPI was one of the first partnerships that I made so that I had a product shelf of life insurance and investments and things that people need that were, they're buying from the banks, and I was like, hey, buy that from me instead. I'm way better and way cooler. And luckily that all worked out, and here we are, and many of you have got to know me through, talking about your money and figuring out what it is that you want to do with your money, and how much money, you could be putting away every month, and what that could look like down the road. I've seen a huge shift in the way that people want to engage with their money from their phones, right? So in 2010, it wasn't kind of commonplace to be using your phone to look at your money day in and day out. It wasn't even necessarily an expectation, it was just kind of a bonus, right? So yeah, we live in a connected world, and of course we want to be connected with our finances as much as we want to be connected with our friends and family. And the way we communicate has changed forever, there's no denying that. A lot of you guys here, actually I was talking to Amanda, we probably wouldn't know each other if it wasn't for Facebook. And a lot of the people in this room, when I think about how I met you, it was something to do with technology, it was something to do with social media. I've always been a bit of a social media guru, and of course now I've figured out a way to share that knowledge with others and even make money from sharing that knowledge with others, which is exciting, and how I have filled this room with extra females this time, so that's exciting. And so yeah, technology has changed how we engage in business and personal relationships. So just to bring you guys up to speed on what's been going on lately, so I went to Hoffman, which is where I met Bruce's lovely wife, and at Hoffman I was doing a lot of visualizing my future. And one of the things that I visualized was this group of female entrepreneurs that came together to learn and to push each other out of our comfort zones, and to try new things with our marketing, and to just explain to the world more clearly what our business, the value our business has to offer. And I felt like I had figured that out more clearly over years of investing in, books and business coaches and various things. And so I wanted to share that with, and so the vision has become reality. The groups are, growing continually.
I have my executive pajamas on.
I have my pajamas on too.
Yeah, I was about to say, I hope you ladies don't mind that I'm wearing my pajamas, but apparently not, so.
I just realized mine are on inside out, so I'm just gonna.
And I'm having so much fun doing it, but we couldn't do it without technology. Technology is really what's keeping us together and what's growing the community. And I, as many of you know, I'm a recent HelloFresh fan, so I have some fellow HelloFresh fans in the group. Was getting sick of going to the grocery store and buying the wrong things, or buying too much of one thing and not enough of another, and wasting food and having to think about what I was going to eat. I wanted it to be more like working out, just showing up and being like, hey, what kind of torture do you have for me today, right? Like, I wanted my food to be more like that. I wanted my time to be spent doing the things that I think, I can add the most value through that. And so Amazon Prime, how many have an Amazon Prime membership? Yeah? You still have it? We were just talking about that. Yeah, so I mean, the way that we engage with the services around us has changed because of technology. There's no denying that. So this is the Global Fintech Report. Does anyone know what Fintech is? Out of curiosity, what Fintech is? No. We're going to get to it in a second, but I was just curious to know. So technology continues to transform finance. So all of the different sort of categories under Fintech are, lending, blockchain, crypto, personal finance, payments, billing, insurance, all the different things that we do day in and day out with our money. A lot of it we don't see, and I've been having conversations with some of you in the room lately about really focusing in on what's going on with our money. Because if we don't look at that credit card statement for 2-3 months, sometimes there's something coming off of it that we forgot was going on, or we forgot to cancel something, or you never know what can happen, right? So getting better about, as convenient as all this technology is, it's also really scary if we don't watch it closely, right? So, so in recent years, we've seen a ballooning of activity in fintech, which is an expansive term applied tied to technology-driven disruptions in financial services. Fintech's staggering influence on the market is evidenced by record funding levels for the industry. So by Q3 2018, overall funding was already up 82% from 2017's total. So we're moving our money through these channels more and more, right? It's insane how much more we are. We know, like, I mean, I'm always pushing Mint. And like, you got to see what's going on with your money. Have everything on Mint, right? And some of you are really good about that. And we're going to be talking about this category today. So Robo-Advisors in personal finance. What is a Robo-Advisor, right? Like, we're hearing this term all the time. What is that? And that's part of why Assad is here, and he's going to make sure that I don't completely F this up and say something wrong when you start asking me questions. Because until recently, it's not something that I've really, thought that I could even offer my clients, because it seemed like the complete opposite of what I was offering, but luckily that's not the case. So he's nodding, which means I'm not saying wrong things, which is good. So what is a robo-advisor? So you jump on a website, a company that offers robo-advising, and you jump on that website and you create your profile. And that's where you establish your risk tolerance. Tell them kind of what you would do if you lost all your money, different things like that. How long until you think you're going to retire? People maybe don't retire anymore, but they still keep asking that. Answers to risk tolerance questions determine your investment choices. So they give you some options, but they only give you options within a certain range because you've answered your questions a certain way. Next step is you e-sign all the account opening documents. There's no paper required, which is beautiful. And then you set up your monthly contributions and or maybe a lump sum transfer, and you begin investing, and then you just enjoy auto rebalancing of your investments, and anytime, anywhere access to your accounts from your phone, from your computer, from wherever, so you download the phone app and you're off and running, and that's a typical robo-advisor. And the one thing that is kind of missing from that, which brings in the robo term, is there isn't human interaction. You're dealing with technology purely, right, through that whole process, which some think is great because it means lower fees, but others are a little terrified by the thought of that, and others would like some sort of a blend. So did you know that people who seek professional financial advice earn an average of 3% more on their investments net of fees? It's for real, you guys. Like, a lot of people are going full on robo-advisor, cutting off all ties to human beings who have financial knowledge, and it's not necessarily saving them money, because the fees that they're saving, they might be losing in returns. And then why does having a relationship with a financial professional matter? In addition to these things, if you can think of something else, please shout it out. So investment education, goal setting and tracking, spending analysis and coaching, applying asset allocation strategy, and then employing cost-effective investments. What other things can you guys think of that might make it beneficial to having someone to have financial conversations with?
Lunch.
Lunch. Your lunch paid for, go to cool events like this for free. What else?
Friendship.
What's that?
Friendship.
Friendship, yes, absolutely.
Haircut.
What's that? Building trust, yeah, totally. Totally. So what if you could pay up to 60% less than the average balance mutual fund fee, which is 2.2% in Canada, and you could use a company like WealthBar. And you could also earn up to 3% more in your investments by engaging in regular financial conversations with moi. Wouldn't that be cool? Well, guess what? You can. So I'm here to tell you that tonight. I'm not just having this gathering to tell you that, but being that I brought you all together, I thought I should tell you guys something important. So there it is. So it is possible to own high-quality investments at DIY prices without going it alone. So just remember that. A lot of you guys already know that, but not very many of you have embarked on this particular platform yet, because it's still new to me. I've had my account with them since January. I'm super impressed. I love the phone app, and so I finally gathered enough information and knowledge and confidence to share it with you. And so when we're partnering with a company that's going to have our money in their hands, what is the importance of digital maturity? The answer is different for everyone, but here are some statistics. So globally, 72.9% of high net worth investors say that digital maturity is very or somewhat significant in their decision to increase assets with their wealth management firm over the next 24 months. A percentage that advances to 86.5% for high net worth investors under age 40, which I am still under age 40. I would say that most of my clients are around that 40 mark. There's some, all over the map, but I thought that was very interesting. Is there anything that you want to add to that, or?
Continue.
Continue if you want to
do
jump
my
in. I just feel
speech
like I
at the
haven't
end.
been like, hey, do you
No,
want to
no.
say anything? But you guys all know how that is, right?
And what Lyndsie's talking about is we have to have the conversation around fees and what is the importance of digital maturity. Think about a 1% saving on your portfolio, and you compound that back into your portfolio over the next 10 to 15 years. You're looking at thousands of dollars that you could save working with somebody like Lyndsie versus going to the bank.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, that's really important stuff. Thanks for bringing that up. So digital maturity is super important, and this is just a screenshot from my phone that I took and I plunked in here, and I love it. I tap my finger on the back of my phone and it gets me in. I don't have to punch in that annoying code. Actually, my son set that up. Thanks, Jake. He showed me. I've had my phone for like a year and a half. He's like, "Mom, did you know that you have a fingerprint sensor on your phone?" I'm like, "I had no idea." So that's been awesome lately, and it works with WealthBar too. I do not have $128,000 at WealthBar, however I wish I did. But here's examples of what your screen looks like. You can see everything that's going on. You can see the value right then and there. It's beautiful, and the fees are 60% less than, not max, like up to 60% less than what you're paying if you're in mutual fund. And I see this company as being, bleeding edge in the digital maturity sort of world.
One thing I'd add though is don't think of this as a platform that's only going to give you viewing ability of what your investments are doing. WealthBar is Canada's first robo-advisory platform that was approved, and we give you access to the portfolio managers as well. So if you are looking at your investments and you don't know what happened in the marketplace, you can actually talk to the portfolio manager, the team that is actually managing the investment.
Hey, Lyndsie here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful, but if you have any questions at all, you know how to reach me. In closing, I want to encourage you to continue to be curious about your money, what's going on with it, and what options are available to you. So if you have any questions whatsoever, you can always reach out to me. And if you're watching this and you're not a client, go to the 39forevermom.com and you can get in touch with me there and learn more about what it is I offer my clients in, financial education and all of the different products and services that I can provide. So I hope that you have a great day, and thanks again for watching this video.